All right, let's move along to the other game Wednesday, New Mexico State, UTEP. We've got New Mexico State 1-point road favorites up to 3 now, 48.5 the total. This is a game that I agree with the move because I bet it myself. I took New Mexico State here at around a pick 'em against UTEP. It's moved up to 3 now. There's even a 3.5, I believe, showing up at Bet Online, a couple other books. So if you like New Mexico State, bet it sooner rather than later. But I ain't giving UTEP too much credit, for that win last week. That was Florida International shooting themselves in the foot. Lots of mistakes, horrible defense. I don't trust UTEP just yet. They're going to have to show it to me again. And that being said, we had a quarterback change last week for UTEP. It was mostly, and it wasn't because of performance, because I believe Gavin Hardison he had an arm injury. That's why he didn't play last week against New Mexico. He didn't play actually last week against Florida International. They gave the start to Cade McConnell at quarterback last week for UMass, taking on FIU. You look at the way he played, and actually he played as well a little bit against Louisiana Tech. That's the game that Gavin Hardison got injured. But last week, 2 touchdowns, 262 passing yards. He didn't throw the football a ton because they led so early in the game, but he was efficient. 11 for 17, 65% completion rate. He actually looked better than Gavin Hardison. I shit you not. He did. Cade McConnell for UTEP last week at the quarterback spot. They actually looked like they had some explosiveness back in their offense. Maybe that's a positive sign. Let's see. Is Hardison back? He's questionable. Dana Dimmel has been loyal as the day is long to Gavin Hardison since he's been there. So you got to think that if Hardison's healthy, he's playing. Though I'm not so sure that should be the case because Cade McConnell played very well last week for UTEP. But we'll see. And that's what I'm waiting on. I like New Mexico State either way. I don't usually love them on the road, but you're just asking them to win the game. And I like what I've seen from Diego Pavia. And the offense has been really, really good lately. They've been running the ball nicely. He is a dual threat quarterback. The passing game, he's gotten better throwing the ball as well. That I've noticed as well. 2 straight wins and covers. They've won 3 of their last 4 straight up in ATS at New Mexico versus Florida International. And again, against Sam Houston State, a 2-touchdown win, 27-13 last week for New Mexico State. This looks like a team that's coming together, playing good football. The defense is starting to get a little bit better as well. They've given up just 17 and 13 points in their last 2 games in those victories against FIU and Sam Houston State. I like New Mexico State here. I think they get the win. Even at 3, I probably wouldn't lay much more than 3, but you can still find 3s out there, and I still like the Aggies as long as you can get that number. If McConnell plays, I might jump on the over in this game because I look at UTEP's offense as better with McConnell compared to what I like. Hardison was a joke. Hardison was a disaster. McConnell at least gave me something last week. Good, efficient passing game to go with the run game. If he starts, I think I put a little checkbox beside some offensive improvement for UTEP. On the flip side, I still don't trust UTEP's defense. Okay, FIU made a lot of mistakes in that game. Let's not forget this is a UTEP defense that's also given up 38 to Northwestern, 45 to UNLV, 24 to a not-so-good Louisiana Tech offense. This is still not a defense I trust, and the total's reasonable. It's only 48.5. I think if McConnell plays for UTEP, I might jump on an over at that number as well in this game. C-Mac, what do you think?
Yeah, we'll get to even if Hardison can come back. No way you play that guy. Like, no way. I think he won basically the job the rest of the way, at least to start next week. I mean, how could you not? This team hadn't won a game. It's usually because of Hardison and his mistakes. So I think you stick with McConnell in this one. You know, maybe it's right if it, but I think that was against FIU. He just came in hot. I look the other way. I look at the under in this game, 49, 48.5.
Well, I don't want the over if it's Hardison. I'll tell you that. Right now.
I like the under even more. New Mexico State's played on. I thought their defense has been better because I mentioned it last week even that, they gave up some points early and I thought they'd be a lot better. I mean, look, they're playing FIU, Sam Houston. We're not talking about the best offenses here. But even in the Hawaii game, which they lost, you talked about on the road, I can't lay points with them. And it's not that I'm going crazy to back UTEP in this game. I'd lean their way. But I can't get to UTEP. I have to see more McConnell, more of a bunch of stuff there. But if you get more than a field goal, I might look their way, but I definitely like the under in this game.
The one thing that's good for the under in this game is you got two teams that go slow as molasses.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, New Mexico State's draining the play clock right down to 5 seconds, 2 seconds, and the same thing for UTEP. I mean, the mirror images as far as pace is concerned. And that's definitely going to help you if you like the under here in this one. Two snails with Jerry Kill and Dana Dimmel, the two coaches here of these two